Crown, the state, did this. This was intentional. This has been intentionally done. The Independent newspaper, that's the Independent newspaper, who appeared to be the first media outlet to reference the so-called Twitter direct messages to Mr. Osborne, remained on the attack, even after they'd been made aware that no such communication took place. They were told there was no connection between me and Mr. Osborne, and yet the next day they ran these headlines. They ran a headline saying Finsbury Park suspect said he was going to kill Muslims in pub before attack, with a big picture of me. What's the picture of me doing there? How is there a picture of me on that? Surely they should be using a picture of him. What did I do? I'm not even involved in this case. I've had no contact with the man. Yet they're using a picture of me. My picture is plastered across the whole country's media. They appear to be trying to connect me with this alleged murder. Meanwhile, a real threat to this country remains at large. 5 victims died and 49 were hurt in the Westminster Bridge attack. 8 victims died and 48 were injured in the London Bridge attack. 22 were killed and 512 injured in the Manchester Arena attack. And instead of tackling and opposing this ongoing threat, the media, the politicians, the activists are ganging up to blame the terrorism on me. I'm no longer taking this lying down, okay? I'm not going to accept the police failing to act on these threats anymore. This time I'm fighting back. I want every single journalist who made this false claim to know you're not going to get away with it this time. As a result, me and my sister have put together an official complaint which reads as follows. This is a letter before action to give notice of the intention to commence proceedings in the County Court under Section 2 and 3 of the Protection from Harassment Act 1997. In relation to your newspaper's inaccurate and harassing reporting of this involvement with Mr. Darren Osborne, the defendant in the Finsbury Park mosque attack criminal trial. Mr. Lennon considers your reporting amounting to harassment of him due to the fact that you have chosen to concentrate on the connection which the prosecution has now stated does not exist between Tommy Robinson and Darren Osborne. This inaccurate reporting has led to suggestions that he had in some way influenced Mr. Osborne to carry out the attack. In particular, your newspaper ran a live blog on the 23rd of January 2018 in which it was reported at 11:27 Mr. Osborne received at least 2 direct Twitter messages from Tommy Robinson. At 11:32, the blog stated, first direct message from Mr. Robinson concerned the Manchester attack. At 11:40, your blog reported, second Twitter direct message from Tommy Robinson to Mr. Osborne came on the 14th of June. Your newspaper then chose to publish an article which ran a headline about direct Twitter messages sent days before the attack, along with a photograph of Mr. Robinson, and further ran another headline, the Finsbury Park suspect said he was going to kill Muslims in pub before the attack, along with another photograph of Mr. Robinson. All of the above amounts to harassment of Mr. Lennon, as your newspaper has chosen to make the articles about Tommy Robinson and prominence to him and not to the case itself. Despite the fact that the Crown Prosecution Service case is that the only connection between Tommy Robinson and the criminal case is that Mr. Osborne had 2 screenshots on his phone of a generic email sent by Rebel Media, Mr. Robinson's employer, to a distribution list of more than 1 million subscribers. I did not send direct Twitter messages to Darren Osborne. This man was subscribed to a mailing list like hundreds of thousands of others and received automated emails from the company I'm employed by in Canada. I did not know this man. I did not encourage this man to commit this awful crime, and I have never encouraged or supported violence or terrorism as a way of responding to jihad in Britain, ever. If you'd like to help me fight this and hold the media to account for the lies they have told, please support me on the PayPal address linked below.